Okay, time to learn some more about non-stop debates.
Yeah!
Yeah, buddy. Absolutely, I would like to hear more. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Howie's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody...
No, that's wrong.
Great.
Man...
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from
I
the
just...
kitchen.
What if debate YouTube was like this?
Oh my god, I would watch it.
Yeah.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
I mean, debate YouTube would still be trash, but at
Yeah.
least it would be exciting trash.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the
Ask her
knife.
who the fuck was in the dining hall.
Yeah.
Then what about this?
Uh-oh.
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together?
Oh
And
no.
lying to
Makoto
each other?
and Aoi are both imposters.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Yeah,
Is
there's
that Morgana?
maybe. But yeah, there's literally no reason
of
for
which-
it.
Well, next
I'd
time
like
she
to
asks,
ask
it's totally
there.
fucking Morgana.
If there is an accomplice,
Yeah.
do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay?
He is a
There are
DM.
Yeah.
no accomplices in this case.
Fucking love it.
Did I say that out
It's
loud?
like, man, I want
Anyway,
fucking
I
exciting.
didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
See? It's fucking
Sure.
Morgana.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you or anyone else prove that?
This might be fun.
I can.
That's
Oh
right.
shit.
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
He just
But
fucking
then
forgot.
Couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school's regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Buddy.
It's unwholesome!
Buddy, I got news.
I...
This is the last thing. This is his last words.
What?
They're talking about Sakura and Aoi.
Oh. Oh.
I'm a girl.
Oh, okay.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you,
I like how Sakura just doesn't give a shit.
I'll kill you next week.
Actually, there is.
I don't feel like Sakura would give a shit.
Right, Hina.
Doesn't seem like she does.
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining
Oh,
hall.
did Sayaka get the
And
knife?
then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka! Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Monokuma!
I got it!
I got it!
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was
acting
acting
kinda
kind of
sus.
unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely... And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Was she gonna kill Makoto?
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, you're wrong.
No, that's wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Terrifying.
Terrifying talent.
Damn! If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin.
Oh,
Would you
Hangman's
like to hear
Gambit.
more? As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place.
This one's fucking weird.
The point of this is to reveal an important phrase revealed to the incident related to the
Also
incident in
kinda
question.
sucks.
You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right
Wait, no,
order.
this isn't the shitty one.
Use the mouse to aim, then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That's the crucial point. Hair. If we can just figure out what that something is.
Alright.
Yeah, it's hair.
I wonder if you actually need to do them in order. Oh, you gotta shoot them multiple times.
It did say in order.
Now I understand.
Now I understand!
I'm glad we both made fun of that voice line.
It's great.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Makoto sounds like a shitty high schooler.
Yeah!
And it's excellent.
Yeah. He's just
There
some loser.
wasn't a single hair on the floor. It's like, He talks kind of awkwardly, but like not that awkwardly.
Yeah,
it's
good.
Yeah.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
I mean, it's still a bit weird considering the situation. Like the emotion in his voice is a little bit weird, but it does sound like a high school.
Was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No, because they're fucking dead bodies.
No. If
Yeah.
that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay,
Very
then
true.
why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
You know damn
Got
well.
rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely.
The killer has
It's
hair.
simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one
Oh
and the
shit.
same.
When Makoto...
Leon has hair.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the
Shit in
scene?
the toilet.
Sayaka
Yo,
was
someone's
the main
shitting in
reason
here!
Someone
that
shit
led
and
into
throws
the
a fucking, like,
right?
Knife
Knife.
into her stomach.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. The bathroom doorknob.
I got it!
Got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh,
What do you
yeah,
mean,
true.
see?
But what does it
Do you have
mean?
pictures of
In
it?
trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Like a tutorial giver, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like she's testing Makoto. It's like, oh, do you know
There's
what
a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely.
Not at all. Fuck you.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this isn't important, because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Right, so your bullet is... Make your argument.
Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
That is
Wait,
true.
Why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh?
That's where it comes in. That's why the game hammered that into your head multiple times.
This is a
My
cruise piece
bathroom
of
door
evidence.
doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Back me up, Monokuma.
True as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But to have such a cruddy door.
Shut up, you gotta listen to your feed.
That's not
Ba-ba-doo-bop-ba-doo. Ba-ba-doo-bop-ba-doo-doo.
Was just because it was stuck.
Oh.
Damn.
But the killer
Why
didn't
did it
know that
switch
and
to that?
assumed
That
it
was
locked.
weird.
Talking.
So they
Yeah,
tore
it's
apart the
not-
doorknob to get in.
Shut up,
Okay,
Kyoko. Watch
but
your
then why would
Monokuma's
the
funny
killer
voice.
even think the door was locked?
What if
in
they
the
were all
first
voiced by
place?
Monokuma?
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
So they were switched beforehand. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
I got it! You got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
But what that means is that the plates were switched between the time that Sayaka... that we switched rooms and that Sayaka was murdered, but that would also imply that somebody got into the room. Because if they were in my room the whole time, they would know that it's my room. Or maybe the frames got switched beforehand, but...
And yet, he's absolutely right.
This is weird.
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say
Cut!
what,
No,
Dante?
man.
It's like
Sp-
this.
Say what? Say what?
No, man.
Well, to be
Imagine
more
this game with Clone High characters.
Dude.
That'd be amazing.
What
Clone
the killer didn't know
We-
was that
Danganronpa.
Makoto
We'd
and
get to
Sayaka
see
had
Abraham
switched
Lincoln get
rooms.
shot. Abe sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean,
The character,
he
not the
already
real
did
guy.
get shot.
Yeah.
We'll get to see JFK get
We,
shot
we,
too.
oh, that's
What is
true.
That one? What is that one? Too
Nothing
bad,
bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
What?
JFK's far back enough that it's fine. It starts to get dicey later on. Okay.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
Oh, fuck you, Byakuya.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
What?
what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now?
What
Fuck
the
no,
fuck are you
Kiyotaka.
talking about?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. So
Yeah, that'd be
seriously
great for
needs to
you.
do
Oh
something.
man,
For serious.
he almost said for real.
Does
Oh,
no one
shit.
have any other thoughts
For-
or questions? It does not matter
What?
how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
This is the most frustrating shit ever because I just want to say the writing on the wall said fucking Leon.
Oh, you.
What the fuck does that mean?
So disappointed.
Yeah, what's wrong with Aoi? She's
It's
fine.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Why does everyone hate
Okay,
Aoi?
so,
She hasn't
well,
seen Swamp Thing yet.
I was
Okay,
just
yeah, I take it
wondering,
back. Fuck Aoi.
How'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first
Sakura's
place?
seen Swamp Thing.
Sakura has watched Swamp Thing multiple times.
How did
Sakura
the killer get
played
inside?
Swamp Thing.
Holy shit. Like the character?
Yeah.
Or the Swamp Thing video game tie-in?
Both! She got the gig in the movie because she loved the video game. It was a video game first, that's what most people don't know.
I love this
Maybe
lore.
Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it
Oh
up.
fuck, no it's
That's
not.
possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then
What are you looking up?
maybe someone
Swamp
picked the lock?
Thing movie. There is Swamp Thing. It's a movie.
Oh, cool. I mean, I know it's a comic book.
Wes Craven's Swamp Thing.
Wes Craven did Swamp Thing?
Yeah.
What?
Superhero horror film 1982 by Wes Craven.
Holy shit, that's crazy. How have I never heard of that? It must not be very good.
Best cravings.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
What's the easy way?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like
It's-
someone doesn't know his place.
The fact that the arrow is sticking up out of his... That's why it's doing that.
Oh, fuck. It's sticking up out of his pants because the tide's so low.
Because he's the horniest motherfucker
What
ever.
an upsettingly good character design.
Yeah.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Hello?
Hello?
Why is he pointing away from me?
He's pointing at the player. He's saying,
Fuck you!
Chalky milk because you're epic.
No, no.
It's like white. Oh my god.
White.
Oh my god.
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there.
Asked me to suck that dick.
Switching rooms, I think.
I got it!
I got it!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
I'm
Why
starting
would
to
she
think
lie about
Sayaka was
something
planning
like
on
that?
killing us.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
This is why she wants to. This is why she wants us to figure it out. Because we'd never believe it if she just straight up told us. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the
I
desk
wanted
in
to look at
Makoto's
that
room.
fucking notepad and the game wouldn't let me.
It wasn't the notepad. It was
No, it was the
Which
notepad.
means only someone who
Yeah.
had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Nope.
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And you don't know how
Do
to
we
spell
have-
her name.
Do we have anything to check that against? Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
They're all just like, if we ignore him, he'll stop, but he'll never stop.
And honestly, even if
Can't
they
stop,
did,
won't
I do
stop.
not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Op shows up.
Very
No.
well then. Pay attention.
No, fuck you. Here we go!
Make your argument. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Does it?
I see. So if someone read
yeah, it
that
does.
note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
Nameplates got switched.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Sayaka must have switched them.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
This fucker.
He's
Why is he
so
yelling?
that's me at all times because I love this trial system.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well,
So
of course it wasn't
Sayaka.
you, right, Makoto?
Right?
So nobody tried to break into her room. That was a lie
Okay, then who
to
did it?
get us to switch rooms?
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Then why did we switch? Why?
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
That's not me being incredulous. That's me being genuinely curious. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
She
okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
If our nameplates were switched,
Would our positions be different?
would I have your room and you mine?
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Why my room?
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do
To
that?
kill someone in my room.
To understand that,
She was trying to fucking frame me.
we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Oh my god, that's
Where the
dirty.
answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and
No, she
attacked
attacked
her.
them.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Sayaka didn't have the sword.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka
deal with the
suggested
sword?
I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Amazing amazing deduction, Kiyotaka.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death. That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? I would love to hear more.
Next time.
Next time. I was gonna do it. Why the fuck?
You pointed at me, bitch. I don't have video evidence, but you sure did.
I pointed like at the screen.
You looked directly at me.
Yeah, well, because I wanted you to hear that I was about to do something awesome. Well, yeah, but then you did it, so it wasn't as... Fuck you.
Fuck you.